The dynamic duo are ready to ride again in a brand new series courtesy of Joshua Williamson. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman and Robin issue number 1 and find out what happens next together, shall we? Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise, everyone? A brand new ongoing Batman and Robin title. I know I've been asking for this for only about 8 years. So then, as we join the book, we get some creepy snapshots of the Gotham Zoo. Meanwhile, a new mysterious narrator goes on a tirade about how Gotham City has gone to the animals, and how the city will need to evolve if it wants to reach that next level and survive. So, classic evil bad guy shit. From there, we transition on over to Bruce and Damian, who are dealing with a hostage situation that has broken out aboard one of Gotham's many famous Zeppelins. It seems that White Rabbit, by which of course I mean Batman's version of White Rabbit, not Spider-Man's version of White Rabbit. It's confusing because both characters are weirdly getting a lot of focus at both companies right now. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like they've actually redesigned Jaina Hudson's outfit to make her look different than the one at Marvel. Batman and Robin spring into action to rescue the passengers of the Zeppelin, and they end up doing battle with White Rabbit's henchmen, the new Black Rabbits. Now, it's right around here you might be asking yourself, hey, where does this story take place in connection to the rest of Gotham War? I thought Catwoman had created a henchman hiring crisis. How does White Rabbit have henchmen? Well, the answer to that is yes, it does take place in continuity, and as far as recognizing the second thing, shut up, says the comic. Batman and Robin are able to make short work of White Rabbit and quickly send her off to Blackgate. From there, we transition on over to the Brownstone. Today is a very big day because Damian Wayne is actually officially moving in with Bruce. Basically, with Batman being at odds with Catwoman and the rest of the Bat family right now, he wants to bring his son closer. I see how it is, Bruce. Damian punched Jason and now he's the golden child with house privileges. I kid, of course. This actually sets up a really interesting dynamic between father and son. Bruce and Damian haven't actually lived together for a very long time. They were also at odds with each other for like 2 whole events, so it's really awkward for them coming together like they are now, and this is the first time Bruce has actively tried to do any real hands-on parenting since Alfred has died, and he's understandably having a rough time with it. Joshua Williamson also does a really good job keeping up on Damian's own character growth from his solo Robin series. You'll remember in that book we discovered that Damian is actually a big fan of manga, and it seems that he's actually writing his own story right now, which is just a thinly veiled version of his own life with character serial numbers grinded off to protect their own identity. Damian actually impresses Bruce a lot the next day by getting up early and cooking breakfast, as Bruce thinks to himself, wow, this is the first time anyone has cooked me breakfast again since Alfred has died. There's also a very cute scene too wherein Damian reprimands Bruce for how he makes his morning cup of tea, and as someone who is a major stickler for tea myself, I have never felt more sympathetic to Damian ever. It's not all fun and games though. Bruce actually has a big announcement he wants to make to Damian today, mainly that starting soon he will be attending Gotham Academy. Yes, that's right, Damian's going to real high school. Obviously, Damian hates the idea, thinking he's smarter than any teacher and that this will only distract from the mission. Bruce essentially says, hey man, I read that last solo series of yours, and I liked getting to see you hang out with people your own age and grow as a person and make real friends. Let's keep that ball a-rolling, only this time, maybe make friends who aren't dangerous murderers. I mean, I'm sending you into the American schooling system, so statistically speaking, some of them will probably be raving psychopaths, but let's roll the dice on this one and see what happens. Damian again doesn't like the conversation and tries to distract his father by sharing with him some information he's managed to glean about White Rabbit's attempted hijacking. Robin thinks that it may very well be connected to several other high-profile robberies over the last couple weeks, all connected to a doctor who specializes in gene splicing. Robin also says that even though Catwoman and her henchmen have managed to take a massive bite out of common street crime in Gotham, the crime that has persisted has only gotten weirder. Batman and Robin get ready to head out into the night to follow up on some of Damian's leads, only they don't take the Batmobile. Instead, they decide to take Robin's own Robinmobile, which, yes, is a big souped-up dune buggy. By the time they reach the doctor's house, he's already in the process of getting kidnapped by Killer Croc and Orca. Yeah, that's right, Killer Croc is a bad guy again this week. I only bring it up because this dude goes heel and face more times than the Big Show. Thank you, that's a wrestling joke for all 5 people who got that. Normally, fighting Killer Croc would be an easy feat for Batman and Robin, but Croc isn't alone. In fact, Wayland brings up the fact that everyone seems to know that Batman is in the outs with the rest of his family, family right now, and because of that, Croc has decided to get into the market for a family of his own, enlisting the help of several other animal-themed villains, including Man-Bat, who again, I can't remember if he was good or bad this week either, as well as the Terrible Trio, and oh man, round of applause for a good old-fashioned deep cut. If this whole menagerie of villains wasn't bad enough, we're also reintroduced to that mysterious narrator from the beginning of the book. We see a female figure with a sniper rifle take aim at Batman, and shoot him with some sort of strange gas pellet of which he ends up inhaling. If that wasn't bad enough, when Damian tries to knock off the Terrible Trio's animal masks, he's shocked to discover those aren't masks at all anymore, those are their new faces, which would certainly explain why they're going after a doctor known for splicing DNA. The villains scatter and Damian regroups with his father, wondering what exactly it was he could have been dosed with. Batman certainly doesn't feel like he was poisoned, and as the comic comes to an end, we start to realize what exactly is going on here. As all at once, a swarm of feral bats are drawn to Batman and begin attacking him. Geez, be careful, Batman. You don't know where those bats have been or what kind of diseases they might be carrying with them. And so that was Batman and Robin issue number 1, everybody, and Joshua Williamson certainly comes out of the gate swinging on this one. Not just by building an interesting new mystery or dusting off some classic villains who haven't been used in a little bit, but what really sold me on this book is how it really is an organic continuation of the work Williamson was doing over in his Robin solo series. It's true that we haven't seen Batman have to play parent for a while, and to see him do so in a post-Alfred world offers a lot of really interesting avenues for storytelling. Likewise, Williamson seems to remember what so many different Bat writers are forgetting currently, and that is, hey, Batman has been living in a brownstone for a bit, he has neighbors, he has regular people that he has to interact with. It's more interesting and compelling when he has to actually work to keep up the appearances of being Bruce Wayne, and I think if this book can continue to deliver that stuff, then we're going to be in for something pretty special. The art from Simone Di Meo is also really goddamn good too. I haven't got the chance to look at a ton of his work before, but what I see I really enjoy. Overall, I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10 and say, hey, if you're one of those people who have been having a rough time getting into Gotham War, I think you'll have a much easier time reading this. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched at the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest, that's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.